Hi friends! This is Dainty Tank. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. This is part 5 in our series. Poke Totoro in the upper right card area. See the rest of it. Why not? It's fun. It's cool. You're cool. I'm a little weird, but that's okay too. It's okay if you're weird too, you know? It's fun. Speaking of weird, what in the world's happening with this town? So cool though. Oh man, there's so much here. So I'm going to jump into where we left off, which is in the library studying books. So I'm going to cut a few times, just letting you know if there's books that aren't that interesting. So just be cognizant of that. Alright, let's go. Load. Let's explore the Mothman. Book smart. The Mothman is a large flying creature, generally described as humanoid, with glowing red eyes. It was first spotted by a couple in West Virginia in the mid-1960s. A couples, actually. They were chasing the car, and was encountered in the region several more times in the following years. The Silver Bridge collapse of 1967 has been linked to a series of Mothman sightings, and it's said the presence of the creature served as some sort of omen, or was a catalyst that led to disaster. This has since become an important aspect of Mothman, with sightings of this cryptid often taken as a sign that some great misfortune is soon to follow. Do tell me more there. Jersey Devil. No. Through the Pine Barrens, the place where this creature is said to have been born, are far from the Appalachian wilderness. Sightings of the Jersey Devil have been documented all throughout the forests of the eastern United States. According to popular legend, the Jersey Devil was born to a woman named Jane Leeds. Leeds, upon realizing she was pregnant with her 13th child, daunted by the task of giving birth yet again, cursed the child in her womb, proclaiming it to be the devil itself. Though born as a normal child, it quickly transformed, gained a goat or horse's head. Those are very different. Large bat wings, and a forked devil's tail. Kicking at the family and lashing out with its tail, it flew out into the chimney and out into the night, disappearing into the Pine Barrens. Jersey Devil is one of the oldest cryptids in North American history, with sightings spanning back through the 1800s all the way to the origin of the myth in the late 1700s. Wow! Dang, that's far. That's farther back than Spring Heel Jack was. Dang. It's said to move with incredible speed and is recognizable by its high-pitched, blood-curdling scream. The Bell Witch. One of the most famous hauntings in North American history, the Bell Witch was a strange entity that plagued the denizens of Red River region of Tennessee in the early 1800s. Many strange phenomena have been attributed to the witch through the years, but the most famous was the haunting of the Bell family. It started out as a fairly typical haunting, with unusual sounds echoing throughout the house after sundown, the appearance of a strange mammal that no one could identify or capture. And like other hauntings, though, these acts quickly escalated to attacks on the family, and in particular the daughter, Elizabeth Bell. She was constantly covered in bruises from the spirit's abuse. Spirit could frequently be heard speaking through the walls, its disembodied voice mocking the family and any visitors. They eventually escalated to giving full-blown hallucinations to those dwelling in the Bell house. Though this haunting ended in the early 1800s, its activity continued in the region for many decades. Could be that the entity known as the Bell Witch may still dwell in the Red River region to this day. Okay, Hopkinsville goblins. Small, silvery creatures. Hi, guys. Hopkinsville goblins case was supposed close encounter with extraterrestrials in the 1950s near Hopkinsville, Kentucky. During the incident, 5 adults and 7 children arrived at the local police station, claiming that a group of small, chrome creatures had besieged their farmhouse for hours. I remember this. It was such a big deal. I actually wrote a hilarious adapted story in 9th grade in which they fought the creatures off their farm, and the farm they only retreated once they had captured one of them, and what they captured was a Barbie. It was meant to be funny and make fun of it. But yeah, I had heard about this. When police arrived on the scene, they found bullet holes and spent shells, but little else in the way of evidence. Skeptics suggest the family had simply misidentified a group of great horned owls. Okay. Even so, the incident remains one of the most thoroughly corroborated and documented cases of extraterrestrial contact. It was like such a big deal down south. Like, you can tell I know a lot of these. I'm sitting here like, yep. And it's because, like, I had heard all of these. All of them going up. So, like, yep. Wampus cat. Often linked to Cherokee legends, some cite the Wampus cat as originating with the story of a woman who sought vengeance against the monstrous cat demon for driving her husband mad. She hunted it down and, by wearing a bobcat mask, tricked it into using its own vile magic on itself, freeing the people of their region from its evil. Others say the creature comes from the story of a woman who wore the pelt of a wild cat to witness forbidden hunting rites. The hunters of her village gathered to perform the rites, and she watched in secret from underneath the cat's pelt, but was soon discovered. For her indiscretion, she was fused with the pelt, transformed into a creature that was neither human nor cat, forced to wander the wilderness alone, feared by all. That's sad. Her calls are those of great sadness, and serve as a warning to anyone who dares go against tradition. Tommyknockers! Tommyknockers originated in Cornish mythology, spreading to the United States when Cornish immigrants began working in the Appalachian mines. Their name for the knocking that can be heard from seemingly within the walls before a cave-in. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, there is knocking. They were right. Because if there's a cave-in that's about to happen, the stresses cause stress fractures in the deep within the walls around you as everything is fissuring. So it just sounds like knocking. They're right on that. But terrifying. According to some, the knocking serves as a benevolent warning. Others believe that the creatures take stolen hammers to the supports of mines and collapse them on whoever is unfortunate enough to still be inside. They are traditionally thought to be impish, leprechaun-like beings, but some claim they're spirits of dead miners forever cursed to haunt their final resting place. You're done here. Close the book and put it back. Yeah, let's take a look at that. Salius, born Colonel Everett J. Scarlet in 1880, one of 12 siblings. He grew up in eastern North Carolina during a tumultuous time in the state's history. And not much is known about his life before he entered the army in 1836. He quickly rose through the ranks, in part due to his father's connections, but also due to the particular ruthlessness for which he received the nickname Bloody Silas Scarlet. federal government granted the now Captain Silas a tract of bounty land in exchange for his service in the Indian War. He settled in the hills of North Carolina in 1841. That land would become Scarlet Hollow. But it started as a simple log cabin, built by Silas's own 2 hands, occupied by his family of 10. Silas, his wife Mary Joseph Scarlet, and their 8 children. 8. The logging business brought many workers and fellow landowners to the hills, but it wasn't until Silas discovered rich seams of coal running underneath the entire region that Scarlet Hollow was really put on the map. He saved what he could and bought the surrounding hillside at a great discount, cleverly hiding what he knew about the land's true value. Thus, he had all the resources to found Scarlet Hollow's now famous coal mine. You're finished with this one. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm all done. Let's check in. Alright, if we're going with what Kaniko's mom told us last night, I think we can roll out any natural disasters as what brought the ditchlings here. But not nuclear incidents. Look, our state has a history of those. That's true. Greensboro. Look it up. Oh my god, it's terrifying. Effectively... Oh, the music. Oh god. There was this beeping and I was like, what? The music. It's messing with my neurodivergence a little bit. Anyways, so... Greensboro. Part of Chrome Dome. And the Chrome Dome effort. They had B-52 Stratofortresses going across the eastern United States and Canada at all times as a nuclear deterrent. But that meant that the flying crews on 24 to 48 hour shifts were doing aerial refueling with armed nuclear bombs in their payload. And one B-52 just kind of broke up over Greensboro, dropping 2 nuclear bombs. And it's not the first time. They dropped, I think, an accidental number of like 14 or 16 bombs over the course of like 8 years. It was absolutely horrendous. But Sal is right. What about y'all? Find anything? Hi! Before you can respond, a handsome black cat leaps onto the table. Stella quickly slams her book shut. Oh, hey, Pixel. Oh my god, Pixel! What? Hold on. My cat's named Pixel. Why is your cat named Pixel? My cat's named Pixel for a specific reason. I want to know. You might want to close your book. He loves to rip up any paper he can find. Don't worry, little guy. I didn't forget your treats. Pixel immediately goes to town on Stella's treats. Good Stella bringing Pixel treats. I gave him treats today. They're both such good cats. My cats are Pixel and Nana. Sorry if Pixel's bothering y'all. Hopefully he hasn't gobbled up any of your books. He can't stand the thought that people might pay attention to anything that isn't him. Okay, why do you let a paper shredder freely wander the library? Yeah. Have you seen this little guy's face? How can I say no to that? I don't want to leave Pixel be. No. Cat curls up. Hi. Oh my god, Pixel. Alright, I better get back to shelving. Let me know if y'all need anything. Oh. Okay, there's a lot here. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about the historical buildings of Scarlet Hollow. Let's start boring. Oh my god, you read that? That book is assigned as punishment if we misbehaved in school. It's an excellent sleep aid. NyQuil and melatonin have nothing on historical buildings of Scarlet Hollow. Rumor has it that nobody has read it from cover to cover. I did. You guys are missing out. That was one of my favorite books here. Such rich history. Guess we're kindred spirits, Dainty Tank. I mean, we both are dashingly handsome little tanks. And we both have cats named Pixel. So, in that sense, you are right, Oscar. You're right. Yeah, I read the boring book. If we're serious about solving the mystery, we have to learn as much as we can. Look, this town has deep lore. I am here for all of it. That. Oh, definitely. I bought that book here for a reason. Just surprised someone finally got through it. Okay, so when were you going to tell me that the mayor is a dog? Darn, I was hoping it was a surprise. Scarlet Hollow hasn't had a human mayor since like the 1920s. Yeah, if you were hoping the mayor might be able to help us out here, you're out of luck. What happened to the estate? Even the hospital here is named after my family. What happened to the estate? At some point, the hill it was built on started falling apart. I think it's pretty stable at this point, though. Is it? Stella, you've seen the place. Half of it is still mostly okay. Even the hospital here is named after my family. I know it's not in the name, but calling it a hospital? It's generous. Right now, it's a one-woman medical clinic. If any serious injuries happen these days, we gotta call an ambulance from out of town. It's where Reese and his mom live. She's the town doctor, though these days she doesn't really see a lot of patients. That's kind of bad, you need to go! Okay. Truman Homestead seems like the only one here that doesn't have the Scarlet name stamped on it. Yeah, I think they've been around these parts even longer than your family, though they're the Treemans and the Callaways now. They literally split their farmhouse in half over that schism. Dude's actually on the Callaway side of the family. He and Bo are the last two left. About the coal mines? Kanika visibly shudders. I got cold sweats just thinking about being in that place like that. Feel for the guys who work up there. I could never. Speak for yourself. I love a good crevice. Is that right, Stella? What happened after the mine collapse? A union-busting mine collapsed. From poor working conditions, color me shocked. Who... What happened after the mine collapse? The book just kind of glosses over that. There was a union for a bit, but it didn't last. There's a whole lot written about the past century here. Yeah, the Scarlet Hollow mine isn't exactly the most ethically run business. No offense or anything, but I'm sure Tabby runs the mines better than Charles Shaw did. Still hasn't let the union in, though. There's a reason she and I don't talk. Oh. No. So, there's a union trying to form, and it still hasn't formed. Which is unfortunate, but common in the South. But the union is really trying to fight. Generally, unions are good things because they have collectively a power to have the lower paid workers have a voice and go into negotiations for better working conditions, better pay, better breaks, good stuff for the workers themselves. So, history tends to be written by the winners. Maybe there's more to Charles' story. Maybe there's more than the dusty old books are letting on. Normally, I'd be inclined to agree with you there, but we're talking about old-timey coal boss. I'd be shocked if he wasn't cutting corners. Oh, I didn't mean to do that one. Daniel does have a point. Shaw was certainly a problematic figure. There might be other details that were lost to time. Sure, but the guy was run out of town on a rail. Oh, it was that guy. That's not a figure of speech. Back then, they actually tied you to a rail and ran you out of town. It's a big mural of it over on the far wall. He got off easy, if you ask me. Okay, let's go. Yeah, it's pretty awful. That's what sculpture out front is for. Commemorating all the men and children who died that day. Oscar, do you just want to come over here? Hang out with Pixel Gretchen and the bunch? Every kid in Scarlet Hollow learns about the collapse of 1918. Our teachers love to emphasize how many children they had working there. Probably try and show us how good we have it or whatever. No bar if you ask me. Facts. You know, that would be what the ditchlings are warning us about. Another collapse. Running it down on the list of potential disasters. Yeesh, Stella, that's morbid. And besides, it was all Charles Shaw's fault. The labor market was way more strict now. There's no way you could get away with the kind of safety cutbacks he pulled. Oh... Have I ever introduced you to Life is Strange, True Colors? Because Life is Strange, True Colors. Y'all don't actually think the mine is about to collapse, right? No, I don't think so. Phew, had me worried for a second. I hate to give Tabitha any credit, but the mine is safer now than it was back then. Still, what a horrible thought. You never know. Agree with Stella, maybe the ditchlings are worrying about another collapse. What if ditchlings are coming from the mines? What if there's something toxic in the mines poisoning the town? Wayne seems sick. Not sure I agree with the collapse angle, but the mines seem important. The whole town is built around them. Mines seem too obvious. Gotta be something else. No, I'm kind of fine with... I agree with Stella. Maybe the ditchlings are worrying us about another collapse. I really wouldn't put too much stock into that. Okay. So what was it that you were saying about nuclear incidents? I want to know about the nuclear incidents. I love nuclear information. If you couldn't tell. You're talking about Goldsboro? Goldsboro, not Greensboro. My bad. Yeah, apparently in the 60s, a B-52 carrying a live warhead, 2 actually, broke up in midair, dropped a couple of bombs. Fascinating bit of history there. The first of the 2 bombs landed upright after its parachute got caught in the tree. Thankfully, it didn't go off. At the time, the government claimed that the bomb was unarmed, but it later came out that the only thing preventing a detonation was a single electrical switch, which failed to trigger on the descent. It was a manual switch, but you're right. And 60 years later, the second bomb still hasn't been recovered. It's so far in the mud. Right, its conventional explosion disintegrated in midair, but most nuclear material was made unrecoverable by flooding. If I remember correctly, they just buried it and sealed it up. Sounds right. Goldsboro is over 300 miles from here. I don't think we have to worry about that. Yeah, that's fair. It wouldn't make sense for ditchlings to be here specifically if that was the case. We also really shouldn't be looking into too much of the whole disaster angle. Whatever those creatures are, they're biological. You never know what with radiation. Fun, but no. We actually know quite a bit. It just melts you. It doesn't make monsters, and 60-year-old bomb isn't gonna explode into its own... on its own, hundreds of miles away and kill us here. Facts. Never know. There will always be a whole underground society of bomb-worshipping mutants just waiting to blow it up. I've missed this. uh... Okay, the mines are obviously the common thread, but let's talk about more things. I'm interested. Talk about Appalachian folk monsters just because it's fun. Ditchlings are Tommyknockers. No. What was the Tommyknocker? I don't think any of these are really helpful. My mom used to tell me about the Ptolemy story. Totally forgotten about it. Mouthman? No. Tommyknockers? Kinda, maybe? The goblins I thought were actually interesting, but the goblins are meant for extraterrestrials, so I think it was the Tommyknockers that I thought was... Right? What was the Tommyknockers? I don't quite remember. Maybe he's a ghost of a dead miner. There's something seriously wrong with the guy, and we shouldn't definitely look into it, but I don't think he's a ghost. Yeah, ghosts tend to be a specific place, though maybe he's haunting the whole town. He's not ghosts because ghosts aren't real. See him, like, touch stuff. Okay. I don't think there's really some striking... Let's go with Mothman, why not? It's fun. Both of them are portents of doom. Mothman loved that guy. There's a whole subgenre of cryptids that serve as bad openings. No, but the disaster angle is definitely a clear connection. Maybe Mothman is what happens when a ditchling is all grown up. But they're already reproducing. They have wings and they're pale and blobbly, like a certain caterpillar vibe, don't they? If I'm engaging you on this, portents of doom aren't real. Okay, let's talk about the goblins, though. 100% confirmed aliens, though. Unless... Hopkinsville goblins were just a couple of owls some drunk farmer saw at 3 a.m. Not aliens. Before you said it, no. Ditchlings aren't aliens either. The whole implanting thing we saw last night feels consistent with stories about aliens. Precedent for this physical description is a starting point. Fair enough. Okay. Jersey Devil is nah. Talpo, interesting, but nah. Oh, man. I was really hoping to... Shoot. Did I fail on this? I might have failed on this. I should save more. Let's move on. Any luck with Rosalina? Okay, cool. I can get back here. I don't want to talk about Silas. Any luck with Rosalina? Who's Rosalina? Not yet. I thought a team would be a handful, but I don't think it's happened tonight. Probably head out there once they're all gone and check in on her unusual haunts. Oh yeah, I forgot that was a subplot here. I think there's a cult here. You lean in and quietly whisper. Maybe the ditchlings were actually nudists doing some kind of ritual. Nope. Maybe the ditchlings were, like, summoned? A lot of people here feel tense and closed off. I'd assume the spiral we found was some sort of nest made by the ditchlings, but yeah, maybe we had cause and effect backwards. I'm writing it down. It's much more likely that thing was a nest than was some sort of magical ritual site. Fair. Let's talk about the mines. Between Wayne and the old mine collapse, they're the smartest place to start our investigation. Good idea. There are an awful lot of mines-related stuff in my notes. We have to poke around, find it out if there's anything seen, if anyone's seen anything weird. Just to clarify, you two are suggesting we go question some of the miners, right? We're not poking around unprepared in actual mines, right? So I was like, yeah, of course. Right? Yeah, totally. 100%. I would never. We don't even have good reason to go down there. Good. Let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about mines. I know, Nix. Really? Neeks? We're just going to question some of the miners. And if that questioning gives us a good reason to poke around, say a cool abandoned coal mine, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. You can cross that bridge when you come to it. I'm not going anywhere underground. Just messing with you. We'll stick to the surface. Yeah, and hopefully we can find out what happened to Wayne while we're at it. Maybe Tabitha can help us out? Hopefully this will mean I get a chance to know Tabitha a little bit better. Sure, Tabitha would love that we're snooping around. Alright, but let's try and stay under the radar. She was very against us going down there. I don't think she's gonna help us. Alright, let's try and stay under the radar. I'm already in enough water with Tabitha as is. That sounds like a good idea. We'll be super sneaky, I promise. I can even keep lookout. Look at us going on a capering together. I miss this. I missed it too. I mean, sure, it's not under the best circumstances, but I've been so wrapped up in running the store, I didn't even realize how much I missed being able to hang out with you. Though, there is something missing. Reese! Really miss that dude. Can't believe how long it's been since we've seen each other. Have you seen him lately? Nope. I tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. I didn't realize it was getting so bad. Poor guy. You know, we could just pop over and surprise him. He seemed excited to meet Dainty Tag. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. Hell yeah, let's do it. Alright, let's roll out. But we can't leave Pixel? See ya, Oscar. We'll let you know if we run into Rosalina. Thanks, guys. I'll keep you posted. Alright. Oh, we've seen this. This is the, Trayman? No, this is, the hospital. Yeah. And that makes sense. Reese and his mom, who is the one doctor who's getting up in age and probably not, doing doctor stuff. Yep. Reese's home stands on the edge of the forest wall, an insulated buffer cushioning the rest of the town from an unending wilderness. Unlike several of the other entries in historical buildings of Scarlet Hollow, this one still looks mostly like its entry in the book. Dog butt. Reese, Stella, brought some buddies too. Shh, not so loud, he's sleeping. Can I help you with something? A woman in the doorway stares directly, hold on, missed something. Stares directly into your eyes. You can practically feel her simmering irritation watching over you. Ugh. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. I'm not gonna wake him. If he's sleeping, he probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he's can manage right now anyways. No, poor Reese. I've just been so long since either of us has gotten the chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and Dainty Tank would get along super well too. Offer your boil of peanuts! Oh, you're really done an incredible job maintaining this place. I am Dainty Tank, Vivian's kid. So if Reese is that sick, maybe we shouldn't bring him on adventures. Yeah, nothing serious here at all. Let's go Vivian's kid. I know who you are. The way she avoids looking at you as she speaks makes you feel like you've done something wrong, even though you're pretty sure you've done nothing at all. Yeah, you haven't. Reese's mom turns back to the house, sighing. Sorry, I know that was a little rude. Just want to hang out with Reese, and he misses both you too. She sighs again as if deciding whether to finish her thought. He's usually feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? You can have some supper, and you all can hang out for a bit. I don't promise that he'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirits to see you two again. And I suppose you can come too, Dainty Tank. Okay, I guess. That'd be great. I can bring a side dish. Maybe deviled eggs? Does he still eat those? No, eggs are too much for him. They don't settle well. You can leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle. Okay. Uh-huh. Sorry, need to plug in. Boop. There we go. Better. Yeah, needed to plug that in. Oops. Okay, I'll bring soda then. That's not... Okay, yes, fine. You can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine. Ginger ale preferably. Oh, and leave the dog at home. She might cheer him up. You know, they have therapy dogs in the hospital. No dogs. Thanks so much, Dr. Kelly. Well, stop bothering now. See you later. Oh my god. She nods in an acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several locks clicking into place can be heard from within. That's sketch. God, that woman makes me so nervous. I remember she used to be so nice and carefree when we were kids. She always had the best stickers when we had to get our shots. Maybe she's just stressed about Reese. Or maybe she's just nice to kids. Either way. I guess it's just 3 of us. You want to drive? Yeah, sorry. I don't like the thought of going up there without the van. Cool. I'll take my shortcut then. It shouldn't take long for me to get there. You're welcome to tag along, Dainty Tank. Don't worry, I won't be offended if you'd rather ride with Kanika. I'm sure you'll probably stick to the woods. Either way works for me. Yeah, let's actually save real quick. Boop. Alright, Stella, what's up with you and cars? Oh, bad timing. Don't worry about it, Dainty Tank. There's a lot of junk in the back of my van. I think it's a little tight with more than 2 people. Alright, well, I'm gonna walk with Stella then. Into the woods again. We'll meet you there. Okay. The woods are calm and serene compared to the last night, though you can't help but get the feeling that danger lurks just beyond the trees. Hey, thanks for coming along with us, with Gretchen and me, I mean. Yeah, you shouldn't go alone in the woods. Ever. Even if you're an experienced hiker. Like, don't go alone in the woods, even with your little puglet there. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you last night, but it was also kind of objectively horrible experience. Kind of a little worried you'd ghost. I guess it's hard not to feel a connection after going through something like that together. Oh? Oh? Jeez. Okay, here we go. Are you hitting on me? I feel it too. That's cheesy. I would never... Yeah, we just meant I already feel like we're such good friends. Just here for a mystery, say nothing. Just... That's not... No. I feel it too. Oh, that was a look. Oh yeah? I'm glad you feel the same way. Conversation comes to a dramatic halt when you, Stella, and Gretchen are all whirling around the face source of the sound. Oh, it's a cardinal! Oh, hello, little cardinal. Whoa, calm down, girl. That's just a bird. Same probably goes for the 2 of us. Guess we're all a little on edge. Let's hurry to mine. It shouldn't be much farther. Oh. Hanging out by herself there. Kanika casually leans against her van as you and Stella emerge from the woods. Hoo-hoo. Hey. Y'all have a good walk? Yeah, it was great. I mean, not that you were missing out on anything. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you? Nope. That makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't think if I should feel real relieved or disappointed. But we're all here. What's the plan? I guess we should go talk to people? I guess so. Should probably be on look at duty, and if I'm a bit of persona non grata in the mines. Tabitha? Yeah. What happened, Stella? Might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or too many. And Gretchen makes it extra hard to be sneaky. We're probably less likely to get caught if one of us is snooping around down there. If Stella's on lookout duty and only one of us is going in, what's the third person doing? Take it, I'm the one of us you're talking about. Sure, I'll fit right in with a bunch of burly miners. No, got this. I'm not interested in sneaking around. I'm going to go find my cousin. Talking to people scares me. You should do it, Kanika. Talking to people scares me too. You should suck it up, Kanika. Right? Stella's on, You know those cheesy rom-coms where someone wears an earpiece on their first date? Yeah. Do you have some kind of surveillance rig in the back of your van that I don't know about? What? No. I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We could just do a group call. I take it I'm going in. Tabitha and I aren't exactly friends. Pretty much all the miners shop at the general store. I don't want to make folks uncomfortable, you know? It's probably for the best, Dainty Tank. Suck it up and go into a mine. It's fine. It's your second day here. I'm not interested in sneaking around. Talking to people scares me. Yeah, let's go it. Probably fit in. You're gonna do great. Here's the earbuds I mentioned earlier. Kanika hands you a pair of earbuds. You can feed your questions in if you get stuck, and Sal can give you a heads up if Tabitha's headed your way. Dang, I've missed doing this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Ha, thanks. I'll do my best. I guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Uh-huh. Leaving you alone at the entrance. Your phone buzzes. Hey! Hey! Can you hear us? Try saying something. Something. You're loud and clear. Wouldn't people notice that I have earbuds in? People these days have all kinds of things in their ears. It's called multitasking. You'll be fine. Nothing to do now but enter the worksite. Okay. Now let's save. Enter. Pass through the gate of the unlocked fence and enter the property of Scarlet Hollow Mine. Whoo! Hi. Yeah, this is a lot of people. So we're gonna stop here and explore the mines next time. This is very interesting. Thank you all for your time. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to play this more with you. I hope you're enjoying this. I also hope you have a spooky Halloween and that you're having just as much fun as I am here. With that, I'm gonna stop it. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye!